Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zongkung. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dubden Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the good practice today, Mahajundi Buddha Mother. Sumo, Danchen Katso, Tutten Siddhi. All Dhamma masters, Dhamma educators, Dhamma teachers, Dhamma instructors, Dhamma tutors, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, everyone. How do you do?
你好，大家好。现在感恩，爱してる。Sarange. Hola, amigo. Te quiero mucho. Sugoi. Ichiba. Kimochi. Jumi. Yapi. Pudin. Konbanwa.
Today we practice Jundi Buddha Mother. This deity is also the yidam of Master Pufang. Master Pufang is also one of the gurus whom I took refuge in. That's in Sezi Island in Taipei. Anybody knows? The people who live in Taipei, do you know? There is a Zhongci temple there. Because Jundi Buddha Mother has this mudra that's called the principal mudra. And before we perform mudra transformations, we always form this mudra first. So it is the principal or general or chief mudra, and the temple is also called Zhongci Temple. And Jundi Mother is a very powerful deity. Practicing Jundi Buddha Mother's Dharma, just through her Dharma alone, you would be able to attain a very high attainment. You will be able to attain. And the key is in the purity. Purity is initially divided into pure And then self-nature, pure self-nature. And when you reach the highest level where the suchness of the intrinsic Dharma, that would be everything, all self-nature is pure. That's the original phase. Pure self-nature is individual. But all self-nature is pure, that belongs to sentient beings of the sixth rebirth realm, and that's the original phase. When you practice the Mahajundi practice, you can reach the purity of all self-nature, which is returning to the original phase. And it's also mentioned in the Vimalakirti Sutra that all self-nature is pure. The weather in Seattle is rather strange. 2 days ago, it was very hot. Very hot. Yesterday became very cold. And today it's cool. Yesterday I found it very cold, so I took this scarf to cover my neck. It's cool today, not so cold, but since I took it out, so I'm just wearing it. Why should I cover my neck? Some people keep checking if the scarf I wear is the one that she gave me. That's why someone asked, how come you don't wear the one that I give you? So I took it out and wear it. So the disciples want to see if Grandmaster wears what they give him. So to deliver sentient beings, in order to deliver sentient beings, I have to wear what they give me when they come here. But if after they leave, then I don't have to wear them anymore. This time, Master Changren from the Tang Directional Chapter in Hong Kong or the Dzogchen Center, he's an elder, and he brought many people here. Actually, Master Changren is also a master from the Seattle Lijiang Temple. Long ago, he was here. When we were still wearing the ordination robe of the Mahayana Buddhism, Master Changren and Master Chang Tze were here at the Seattle Temple. After a long period of time, they went to their homeland to develop there. And the Dzogchen Center is in Tien-Sa Tsui. So although his is only a spiritual center, inside it, you would drop your jaw when you see all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas statues there. Your tongue will hang out and could not be retracted. That's amazing. Very amazed, astonished. Many of the Buddha's images there are very magnificent, beautiful. Dignified. And the disciples there, the disciples under Master Chang-Ren, were very generous, are all very generous. When you want to do something, just with the statement, then you would have no chance to do if you take longer. So he can accomplish whatever he wants to do. So when you go to Hong Kong, you can go to Tsim Sha Tsui in Hong Kong to go to the Doctrine Center there and look at the altar. So there's Master Chang-Ren there, and then the president of the Lotus Light Charity Society there, who's done many charitable acts. My ancestors came from Huanyang in the Zhangzhou, Fujian province. And in that city, Huanyang, there is a family temple of our clan, and I've never visited there. But Master Chang-Ren has sent a representative to go to my ancestors' shrine to pay homage there. And on his birthday, he would go to Tibet, the 3 major temples, Drepung Monastery, Gantan Monastery, and Sera Monastery. Ramoji, the temples built by the 2 princesses. Jokang Temple and Ramoji Temple. So Prince Wenzhong is the major, is the bigger temple. And then the princess from Nepal built the smaller temple. So they each built a temple. One is called Tzu, Consort Tzu and Consort Wen. So on my birthday, they went there and lit thousands of candles to offer to Sakyamuni Buddha. And there's a 12-year-old, a statue of a 12-year-old Sakyamuni Buddha in Tibet. So it's lighting the candles. So they did those. So I feel very touched. Now after I said it here, there's no need to do it in the future. If you want to lit candles, you can just lit it here at the temple, at the Lizang temple. His leadership is excellent, and they are very cooperative. The people there are very cooperative, performing charitable acts. So all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas statues at the Rainbow Temple, almost all of them were donated by this Dokchen Center, including the stone statues, the outdoor stone statues. And this time they were also bringing several statues, but the ship has not arrived at the Seattle harbor, so they're waiting for them. These statues. Oh, the Golden Mother of the innumerable hands and infinite eyes. And the statue of Akalanata, and statue of Mahabala, and thousand-eyed, thousand-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Many statues in shipment now. They're all very majestic and beautiful. Inside the Homa Hall at the Rainbow Temple, almost all of the statues were donated by this Dokchen Center, including Skanda and Sangharama. Too many of them, countless, so many. So if you need Buddhist statues for your temples and centers, you can contact Master Changren. They are beautiful statues. You know, the 10 directional chapter is like Jundi Buddha Mother with 18 arms, or like Golden Mother with innumerable hands and infinite eyes. Let me share a joke. The Monkey King negotiated with the monk of Tang Dynasty. Sifu, Guru, please loan me some money to celebrate New Year. And the monk said, oh, let me negotiate with my wife. And Monkey King said, but you don't have a wife? And the monk replied, that's right. So there's no room for discussion. There was a joke that I told before.
有人向你借钱，你钱不借给他。
Someone wanted to borrow money from you, and you don't loan it to him, and then that person would be gone.
你借钱给他，
But if you loan him the
钱跟人
money,
都没有了。
then the person and the money are both gone.
老师跟同学们讨论，
The
学校
teacher
要办
discuss
春季
with the
演读的地点。
students about the
老师讲，
location
同学们
of
可以
the
提出一个大家
spring
喜
celebration
欢
on the school
又可以烤肉的地点。
for barbecue.
小明啊，马上举手讲，
And then Xiaoming raised his hand and said,
老师啊，到动物园烤
Teacher,
肉最好。
it's best to do it at the
老师
zoo.
问为什么？
And the teacher,
小
how
明讲
come?
因为动物园什么肉都有。
Ming replied, there are all kinds of meat there.
一个强盗呢，进到珠宝店，用手枪对准
A robber went to a jewelry
老板
store
讲，
and pointed the
给我一
gun
个钻戒，
to the
快
boss.
点！
Give me a diamond
老
ring,
板
quick.
吓得要命，马上
And the
递
boss
上
was really
最大的那个大钻石，
and
钻戒
took the biggest
钻石戒指给他。
diamond ring with the biggest diamond to
强
him.
盗看了一番，
And when the robber
就
saw
吼了
that,
换
he
一点
shouted,
小一点的、便宜一点的，
give me a smaller
以
and
我
cheaper
现在的
one,
薪水啊，要让我的未婚妻相信
Because
是我买的。
I want to let my fiancé believe that I bought it.
钻石太大了，他知道他
Because if
一
the
定是假
diamond
的。
was too big, then she would know that he robbed it.
现在呢，进入主题，你问我答。
Now,
马来西亚莲花
to the main
之影
topic.
问的，
on the question and
如果
answer, question
弟子
from Malaysia, Lian Hua
以
Jun.
仪化宏大法，会得到大圆满灌顶，但是没有灌过内法灌顶。弟子是
Through
否
the rainbow
可以
light transformation
修
Dharma,
保平气
I
呢？
can I receive the empowerment, but I never receive empowerment for the inner tantric practices. Can I practice the treasure vis energy yoga?
办的法会，乃是给大家
Because the rainbow light transformation
化
Dharma
宏大法。
was taught during the grand ceremony in Taipei and conferred the empowerment.
是不是
And the
是不是
question,
可以修保平气？
can he practice a
他可以
treasure
不可以
vis
修保
energy
平气？
yoga
这个问题就来了，
by receiving that
因为
empowerment?
我们很多大法都先灌了，
So the
那
issue
一个一个
is
的法，
we often
另外
have the empowerment of
这
the
个
great
化宏大法
Dharma.
是最高的法，
The rainbow light transformation Dharma is the
本来
highest
是这样
Dharma.
子的，
It should have
你
been
一
like
定
this.
四层灌顶，
4
一
levels
个
of
是加
empowerments.
行的灌顶，
Empowerments for the preliminary
是
practices.
上师跟本尊的灌顶。
Empowerment
第
for
二
the
层
Guru and Yidam
第
on the second level.
第三层是内法的灌
And
顶，
the third level for the inner tantric
到了第四
practices.
层
And the fourth level
才是圆满的灌顶。
is the grip, the perfection
到了
Dharma.
最高的灌顶呢，就是化宏大法，
And the highest empowerment is the
那是最
rainbow
高的，
light
可以讲是
transformation
大圆满灌顶。
empowerment. And we
那
can
你
say
已经
that
灌了大
belongs to
圆
the
满灌
great
顶，
perfection
那么其他
empowerment.
的这个
And you have
释迦
received that
行
empowerment.
本
And
尊
then
上
how
师
about the preliminary,
然后
Guru,
这个内法，
Yidam, inner
甚至于
tantric
所有的金
practices,
刚法，
and all the Heruka
都
practices?
可以不用灌了吗？
So can you skip all those?
因为先大
because
灌顶是一层一层灌，
empowerment should be level
他已
by
经灌
level.
到化虹灌顶了，
He had
那因
received
为啊
the rainbow
小
light
法
transformation
引不起
empowerment.
人家来参加，
See, the thing is, the ordinary
一听
practices
到
do
大
not
法，
entice
所有
people
人
to
都
come.
跑来了，
But
所以小
when
巨蛋
they
才会满。
heard it's a
本来是
great or the highest Dharma,
1万
then
人参
everybody
加的，
came.
我们将近快
That's why
18000
the
多人，
Taipei arena was a
将
full
近2
house.
万人。
We expected 10,000 people, but it came, but
它那个
18,000,
底
close
下
to
一层一层
20,000
满，
people came.
就是前面的都满，
The ground
2
floor
层
was
楼，
filled,
第2层楼也满，
and the
第3
second
层也满。
floor was, third floor were all full.
问题是，
But the
他是不是
question
可以
is,
开始修保平气？
can he start practicing treasure-based energy yoga?
我觉得哦，你虽然得到最高层的灌顶，
In my
啊，你
opinion,
如果
although
连
you
上
have
师都没有
received
相应，
the highest level
那还是
empowerment,
不行啊。
but if you have
或者
not
本尊也
received
要相
spiritual
应啊。
union with your root guru
你上师本
or
尊相应
yidam, then
的时
that's no
候，
good.
再来求内法灌顶，那时候才
So
修
after you
保
receive
平气。
spiritual or after you attain spiritual union with the root
有的
guru
时候
and
是这样子，
yidam,
你
then you
释
come
迦
and
行
ask
已
for
经
the
修
inner
满
tantric
了，
practices.
上
But
师本
sometimes
尊，
you have completed your 4 preliminary
上师本
practices,
尊跟
and
内法都
then
可以来求灌顶。
you can ask for the empowerment for the guru
内
yoga,
法灌顶了以
yidam or
后呢，
deity yoga,
你再
and
修
the
保平
inner
气，
tantric practices.
至少你修
So you practice
释
the
迦行
treasure-based
修满，
energy yoga after you receive the empowerment.
哦，就是
Or
这样
at
的。
least you have
你
completed all
释
the
迦
4
行修
preliminary
满，
practices.
再来求2灌，内法的
So
灌
you
顶，
should complete all the preliminary
跟这个
practices
上师
before
本
you
尊
ask
的
for
法
the
一起
second
学。
level
你修本
empowerment.
尊法，
And
也
then you
修
can
内法，
simultaneously
一起学
practice
是可
the
以的。
guru yoga, yidam yoga,
到
and
了
inner
第4
tantric
层的大
practices
圆满，
together. And
那
then
你
when you reach
不如你这样子
the
问好
4th
了，莲花
level
指引。
empowerment of great
我现
perfection,
在既然
you
得
should
到
have asked the question
化
this
虹
way.
大法的灌顶，
Since
那
I
么
have
我修
received
化
the
虹可以不
empowerment
可
of
以？
the rainbow light transformation dharma, can I practice it?
但是你明点还没有下降，
However, your
着
light
火还没
drops
有升
have
起，
not a descent,
化虹是不可以的。
your inner fire has not ascended, has not been generated, so it's
这
impossible
化
for you
虹
to
大法
practice
里
the
面就
rainbow
包
light
含了内
transformation.
法，
Because
一
the
定要
rainbow
有
light
保
transformation
平气，
dharma
着
includes
火，
the inner tantric
着
practices,
火
which
法
is
你成就
treasure-based
了，
energy,
明点
inner
法成
fire.
就了，你才有可能修化虹大法。
Only after you have attainments of fruition in your
这
inner
是一个
fire
重
and
点。
light draw practices
还
can
是
you
一层一
practice the
层来，
rainbow light
你要
transformation
修保
dharma.
平气的时
So
候，
you still need to
先
go
灌
stage
顶
by stage,
内法
level
灌
by level.
啊，或者
So
你来
for
修，
you
你
to
来灌
practice the
顶本
treasure-based
尊
energy
跟
yoga,
内
you
法，
should receive the
到时
empowerment.
候呢，你就可以修保
Or
平
you
气，
can
也
ask
可
for
以
the
修
empowerment of the
你自
yidam
己本
and
身的
the
本尊
inner tantric together.
啊，我是这样子认为的。
Then you
好，
can practice them together.
先给
That's
你一灌了
my
这
opinion.
个化虹大法的
But
灌顶，
I have
然后你
given
慢慢一层一层修，
I have
修到
given
最
you
后
the
你就
empowerment
可
for
以
the
依
rainbow
照
light
化
transformation
虹大法
dharma.
来修
However,
成就。
you still need to practice it step by step in order to
再
have.
来，马来西亚莲
Next
花
question from Malaysia.
彭康祥问的，
莲花红康香。
师尊安好，虎头金刚
Okay, Master,
能
peace.
和黑虎爷一起供奉吗？自家
Can
风
I
水不好，
enshrine the
看
tiger head
能
Vajra
安上
and
吗？
the
自己家庭的风
and
水
the
不好，
black tiger lord?
能安上虎头金刚
the feng shui of my house is not good. Can we place them together? So, tiger head Vajra and black tiger lord, although they're both tiger, tiger head Vajra is it's a major deity, it's a great deity. She's golden mothers. In Taoism, we say in the east is the Donghua emperor. It's the green dragon or the lord of the wood. And the west is the white tiger, which is golden mother. And then the south, Zhu Qie and Gu Qian, which is the turtle and the peacock, I think. I mean the bird. So of these four directional animals, tiger is in the west, and golden mother transformed into tiger head Vajra. So her level, tiger head Vajra's level, is the same as golden mother. So in Taoism, in the east is Donghua emperor, in the west golden mother, in the south is the fire virtue or the fire lord, and the north is the water lord, and at the center is the yellow earth or the yellow elder. This is the five. The five ones in Taoism. In Buddhism, also five deities: Vairocana Buddha at the center, Akshobhya Buddha in the east, Amitabha Buddha in the west, Rantasambha Buddha in the south, and Amoghasiddhi Buddha in the north. So they are in the four directions and at the center, the same in Taoism as well. So the level of Golden Mother is very high, and Tiger Head Vajra is her nature, her primary nature. So the green dragon, white tiger, the red bird and black turtle. So that's her primary, Golden Mother's primary nature is the tiger head Vajra. So you cannot place it together with the black tiger lord. So if your feng shui is no good, you can enshrine the Mahakala at the front door. You can place a Mahakala, and at your house under the altar in your shrine, you can place it under the altar. So you should not place the tiger head Vajra and the black tiger lord together. You can ask if they can be placed together with the lizard, because in Chinese a lizard is like a wall tiger. So, but nobody worship a lizard. But do you know the money attracting cat? Can you place it in with the tiger lord? They're both feline. But they're different levels, right? There's this joke that the tiger is celebrating his birthday and all the animals came to celebrate. And everybody kept a distance, and all of a sudden, a cat jumped to the stage to congratulate the tiger, and the tiger was surprised. How dare you come up here? And the cat said, before getting married, I was a tiger. And after marriage, he became a cat because the tigress is even more fierce and more incredible. That's why he became a cat. So Tiger Head Vajra and the Black Tiger Lord should not be enshrined together. This question by Peng Kang's.
In the
parachuting school, the instructor asked the students, any question? And one of the students asked, how much is it for one jump? And the instructor replied, $8,000 to jump one time. But if you are soldiers, that's free. But so another students were very anxious and asked, how about if the parachute does not open? And the instructor replied, don't worry about it. We'll return the money if the parachute doesn't open. The teacher gave the subject, the topic of the article. If I were a CEO, and every student wrote very seriously, except Xiaoming just sat there and why didn't you write anything? And he said, if I were CEO, my secretary would write it for me. I don't have to write anything. So Xiaoming is very smart. Now, today we will talk about Vimalakirti Sutra. Like the benevolent ones, or the virtuous ones, like we just an honorable address, like gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Benevolent ones, if you despise your body, like I am too now, why? Because at old age, there are many ailments appearing. Your body is despicable. When I was young, I also detest my body. How come everybody's so tall, but let's not talk about it. I also detest my body. How can I not? Now,
要春要晚，每天都要吃。我们讲一句很简单的话。
I have to,
年轻的
I
时候没有
recall
钱
like
你要吃好吃的东西没有？现在呢，弟
seven
子的供
seven
养东
pills.
西很多。
So when I was
看到这个
young,
东
didn't
西
have any
看到人
money.
家在
I
吃，
didn't have too much good
现在
food. But
不能
now
吃了。
everybody make
为
offerings
什么你不
and
能吃呢？
lots of good food, but you cannot eat them. Why?
医生说不可以吃，你就不可以吃。
Because the doctors said that we cannot
那
eat
现在
them.
可以吃啊，你不能吃了。
So now that you have
小时候
those,
家里
then
很
you
穷，
can't eat them.
连个鸡腿都没有。
When you were young, you were very poor and you couldn't even eat a chicken leg
连吃鸡腿啊，过
or a
年才
drumstick.
吃鸡腿。
We only
哪里
had
像我们天
drumsticks
天的西雅
during
图
New
街上
Year,
的餐馆，天天都有
not
鸡
like
腿。
the Seattle Lizang Temple's
也不是
cafeteria.
过年就已经有鸡腿了。
You have the drumsticks
真的，小
every
的时候
day.
很穷哎，每天吃稀饭，
When we were
稀饭
little,
哦，
we were
只配
poor.
捡那个菜
Every
豆啊，
day
菜
we had
刀啊，
porridge
不然就是弄这个吃。
and with some radish or this
豌豆啊，稀饭煮豌豆吃，
and porridge with some beans,
就是
green
吃素哎。你看我小时候
some
带便当，2条番
green
薯，
beans, oil beans.
2条
So
番薯
always
就是饮餐
vegetables.
，2条番薯，
So my lunch
2
box
个
when I
肉
was
菜
little,
长，连
like
个
2
肉
potatoes,
肉
2
味
sweet
都没
potatoes,
闻不到啊。
or rice dumplings without meat,
2个
nothing.
菜长，就菜的粽子，带便当都是这样子。
That's all in my lunch boxes.
啊，现在呢，可以吃了，什么东西都不能吃。
And now that I have those, I cannot eat them.
这个身体啊，无三小路用，没有什么用。
This body is
牙
useless.
齿啊，经常要去
And the
洗牙，
teeth, you have to
还有
clean
蛀
them.
牙，什么牙，
Then you have
一大堆的
cavities, you have to
什
get
么根
filling,
管啊，
or root
什么
canal.
啊，毛病很多的。
Many
大家也知道，
problems,
有
as
身
we
体，
all
单单
know.
牙齿，还有眼睛，另外
Just the
头发不
teeth
用
and
讲，因为我们没有
eyes
头发。
and hair. Forget about that. I don't even have any.
有头发还是很麻烦呐。
It's also
你看全身都
troublesome
是
to
病，
have hair.
从头一直到脚都是
See,
病。
you have so many
上回已
illnesses
经
from
讲
head
过
to
了，头也有
toes.
头皮屑，
We've talked
那
about this
脚也有
before.
香港脚，
Dandruffs
我们香港来的，
on
就是
your
香港
head and then at its feet, on your feet.
脚，连脚的指头，连那个牙齿，连那个脚的指甲
And,
都会得，都会有病。
Even the toenails can have problems
随便一个
or
这个指
illness,
甲沟都会有甲沟炎、发炎。
or some
全身各地方
inflammations
都会
on
发炎。
the between the nail at the
所以这个身体是很
and the
很不好。
fingers. So
都是不是好东西。
inflammations everywhere. So that's why the body is no good.
已经很厌恶了。
So
只
that's
有
why I
佛的
detest
身
it.
体是最好，
Only the Buddha's
佛
body
的
is the
身体
best.
就是法身，
And that is a Dharma
法身是
body.
最好。
Dharma body is the best.
为什么呢？
Why?
佛身者即法身。刚刚我讲
The
过，
Buddha's
佛身就是
body
法
is the
身。
Dharma body, like
法
what I
身最
just
好。
said. The Dharma
因
body
为
is the
佛
best
身是究竟觉呀，它是究竟的觉悟，
because
是真正
the
的觉悟。
Buddha's body is true or the ultimate
真
enlightenment,
正觉悟了，就是
the ultimate or the true realization and
完
enlightenment.
全
And that
了
is
解到
completely,
就是所谓解脱的
complete
解脱的法身。
comprehension
众生是因为
of
众
the
生是因为
liberated
你
Dharma body.
才看不见
Sentient beings, because they are deluded, they don't see the original or true face. And a Buddha understands the original face. And one key point that's important is the original face has already been there, but the sentient beings are deluded. And the Buddha is ultimately enlightened. So the original face has always been there. It's just that sentient beings don't understand it. Once the sentient beings understand, then they can gradually practice and attain the Buddha's body. So that's why liberation and knowing liberation. A disciple asks, what is the difference between liberation and knowing liberation? We all know about liberation, right? Because you have attained ultimate enlightenment, so you're liberated. And why is there still the knowing liberation? Because human beings only know part of it. So what you see with your eyes, what you're understanding, for the Buddha, they know everything and they see everything. But human beings and sentient beings only see a part of it, but not the whole or the true original face. But for the Buddhas, is that they know and they see everything. So, and that's called ultimate enlightenment, and that's called knowing liberation. So, knowing and seeing belong to sentient beings. So by taking away the knowing and the seeing, that would be called liberation. I don't know if this is clear. So what is liberation and what is liberation from knowing and seeing? So liberation from knowing and seeing is once you're liberated from what you know and what you see as human beings. So these two are different. So when you have discarded seeing and knowing or precondition seeing and knowing as human beings, once you discard them, then you're liberated. So with the one seeing, that's seeing it all, and once knowing, you know it all. So where did it come from? It arises from immeasurable merits and wisdom. When you start spiritual cultivation, you generate merits. Spiritual cultivation generates merit. Because you cultivate spiritually, you have merit. And wisdom here belongs to the Tathagata's wisdom, not ordinary wisdom. So arises from immeasurable merit and wisdom. So generosity is merit, but you don't think about the merit. And this merit is wisdom, Tathagata's wisdom. it rises from this wisdom. This is an important key point. So from immeasurable merit and wisdom, the Dharma body arises. The Dharma body arises from precepts, meditative stability, wisdom, liberation, and liberation from knowing and seeing. So in your spiritual cultivation, you practice keeping the precepts, meditative stability, and wisdom, the so-called three non-leaking Dharma in Buddhism, and also liberation and liberation from knowing and seeing, which I have explained earlier. Why do you need liberation and liberation from what you know and see as human beings, which are all delusion? And once you get rid of them, then you're liberated from them. So it arises from all this. So spiritual cultivation starts from abiding by the precepts, meditative stability, and wisdom. So keeping the precepts, meditation, and wisdom, which is prajna. You start cultivating from those. And also from loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. Vimalakirti said, loving kindness is giving happiness to others. That's why Grandmaster said, Grandmaster never file a lawsuit, because once you sue someone, they would suffer. I don't want to give suffering to others. So loving kindness is to give happiness to others, and compassion is to alleviate others' sufferings. These are all giving. So loving kindness and generosity that's done by the Dzogchen Center was tremendous all around the world. And a drop of water is life. A drop. It sounds like it sounds like, you know, getting a what's that called? Getting an intravenous drip, you know, it's just play of word. But they went to a very remote areas without water, and they created a water well for the poor villagers without water, which is one of the charity that this 10 directional chapter did. So give others happiness and alleviate others' sufferings are all generosity or giving. And joy is to do them with joy. So whatever charitable acts we do should be done with joy and happily, naturally. So for them, if you want to donate, you should do it right away. Otherwise, you have no more chance. Everybody is doing, everybody is willingly joining. So that's with joy. And equanimity is equally forsaking, and this is the hardest one. Giving equally, no matter what people. what kind of people you help, all the same. No differentiation between friends and foes. Even if you dislike someone, you still help them. And you like someone, you want to help them even more. And the one that you dislike, you also help them. That's hard to do. So it arises from loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. The Dharma body. The Dharma body arises from generosity, ethical conduct or precepts, endurance, gentleness, diligence, meditative stability, the samaya of liberation, as well as hearing and learning wisdoms, all such parameters. So these are the 6 parameters. Generosity, precepts, endurance, diligence, meditation, wisdom. And the samaya of liberation and hearing, meaning you should listen to more Buddha Dharma, the true Buddha Dharma, and wisdom. All such paramitas. So the 6 paramitas and some samadhi, which is also meditation. The 6 paramitas arriving at the other shore. Gate, gate, poro, gate, poro, sangate, bodhisoha. The mantra. That's paramita. The Dharma body also rises from skillful means. We know that by being loving kindness, having loving kindness, compassion, joy, equanimity is also a skillful means or convenience dharma. So this statement that it arises from convenience dharma, which some people cannot explain, but convenience dharmas or skillful means mean delivering sentient beings. So it rises from delivering sentient beings. And the 6 transcendences, what's that? 6 kinds of transcendent powers. Since you have gained the ultimate enlightenment, you would definitely have the 6 transcendent powers. The first one is of transcendent seeing, transcendent hearing, transcendent of knowing others' mind, and then knowing past lives, of travel, transcendent travel, and then the most important one, the exhausted outflow. So it arises from the 6 transcendences. Once you attain the ultimate enlightenment, you can act according to the natural flow. So once you gain the 6 transcendent powers, then you can go with the flow. 6, the 6th is important one. And because most of the spirits, they have transcendent powers too. With one thought, they would get somewhere, and they would know about your past lives. And they can see through the walls. That's the transcendent seeing. So things and walls will not block them. They can see through them. That's transcendent seeing. And they also have transcendent hearing. They can hear things in heavens or on earth. And transcendent travel, with one thought, they get there. And the hardest one is the transcendent power of exhaustive outflow, which all afflictions, the outflow of all afflictions is complete, that they are free from all afflictions. All afflictions completely gone. Once you have no afflictions, you have self-mastery. You're at ease and at peace. And humans have bodies, so they're afflicted, so they have no self-mastery. Because you have pain here and there, sometimes on the knees, sometimes on the feet, sometimes you have itch on your toes. And sometimes the eyes or the teeth. So you're not at ease. You have no self-mastery. You have pain from head to toes. So it is troublesome to have this physical body. You have to eat 3 times a day. If you don't eat, you get hungry. And you have to sleep. If you don't sleep, you have no energy. And your brain, and the operation in the brain, that's even more problematic. You cannot make it stop. Greed, anger, delusion, doubt and pride all came from this brain. And the sight, smell, sound, taste, touch, thoughts all came from this, the brain. All problematic. It's late. So we talk about that it arises from skillful means 6 transcendences. The man asks the dating service, can you introduce a girlfriend to? And the employee there said, let me try. What type do you like? With big eyes, long eyebrows, slim legs, and full breasts. And then the dating service said, how about a camel? Oh, Mani Padme Hum.